Did you get that? Harvell Sportswear and Manitoba Drive teamed up to bring you the Community Changer Award 2020. This year is extremely special because during the midst of an existing pandemic, we had individuals that went a step above and beyond to provide service, care, nourishment during such crazy time. We said a few weeks ago that based on essay submission, we were going to select 2 individuals that were going to win some spa services provided by Posh Nails and Spa. So today, we are going to announce those individuals. Let's see who they are. Once again, thank you very much from Posh Nails. Let's see who's better than all the rest. The 2 essential workers are, number 1, Jillian Crimble from the healthcare field. Congratulations. We'll be in contact with you on how you can get your prize in a safe way. Number 2, Erin Deegan Keaton from the food service industry. This is amazing. She owns a little gem in Wolseley called Ruby West. You got to make sure to shop local and support local. That's how we're going to get through this. In the interim, stay safe, coast to coast, C2C, and remember, you're the best, better than all the rest. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're watching the Coast to Coast Sports Show.
I think right now with everything we're going through, there's a lot of resilience needed, myself included, where, there might have been a project you're working towards that has now been taken away from you. There, a bunch of students, suddenly their final years in, whether it's middle school or high school or in university, suddenly just evaporated in front of their eyes. Parents are now struggling to work with their kids in the background. There's just there's so many unforeseen circumstances. I know for me, I just came off a 20-stop tour with the Believe Initiative, the youth organization that I founded. And we were supposed to be going back to each one of those schools. And I was really worried about the strikes being the reason why we might be able to go back into the schools. And it's now I feel silly for even worrying about that one. That was the least of our worries.
Today's program brought to you by Eliminator RC. Proud to be part of your community.
Titans Hurricanes again for the second time in 7 days. Titans Jonathan Harris with the quick move to the rim for the slam, but on the other end, Joel Kindred catches Harris for his Kodak moment. The second cue was back and forth, then in the dying seconds, reserve guard Tyler Scott hits the triple, then the Titans turn it over, and let's see if Mason beats the buzzer. 3 at the end of the quarter, a strip, Mason trying to beat the clock, Mason, 2 hands, and the Canes up 6 goes. At the break. Mason gets up to his old tricks in the third, drives the paint, gets his man in the air, and has no problem finishing. Antoine would go for a game-high 33. Then Joel goes backdoor. He'd go for 13 in the quarter and finish with 15 and 11. The Canes would finish with 3 players in double digits and take it 114-107.
The Lightning hosting the Titans on Family Day, and it was a wild one. Let's start things off with a missed three-pointer by Marcus Capers. Yes, a missed three-pointer to end the first quarter. That's because London went 0 for 19 from the field in the opening frame, scoring just 6 points, all from the free throw line. That's the lowest total for a single quarter in NBL Canada history, but KW could not capitalize. Second quarter, Randy Phillips for the jam, part of a 10-2 Lightning run to give them the lead. In the third, Akeem Ellis goes coast to coast, lays it in. That gives the Titans an 11-point lead, their largest of the game. But in the fourth, London not going anywhere. Capers goes right down Main Street and throws it down. Then just over 2 minutes to play, Lightning up 1. Tyrell Green drains the 3, London up 4. Less than a minute to go. After KW cut it to 2, Damon Lin leaks out in transition and lays it in to tie it up at 87. The Titans would get the defensive stop, Akeem Scott looking to put them in front, but Capers gets up for the rejection, so London with a chance to win it at the buzzer, but Capers can't hit the Hail Mary, so for the second time this season, these two teams are off to overtime. The Lightning got off to a 4-point lead to start OT, then Ed Horton finds Harris down low. It's the Titans up 4 with less than 17 seconds left. Should be the game, right? Well, not so fast. Right off the inbounds, Garrett Williamson lays it in to cut it to 2. They intentionally foul Damon Lin, a top 5 free throw shooter in the NBLC, but he misses the first. Lin would hit the second to make it a 3-point game with under 11 seconds to play. London with no timeouts left, Marvin Binney steps around the defender and nails the clutch 3 to tie it up with 2 seconds left. So Lin, with a chance to redeem himself after the missed free throw, but comes up short at the buzzer. We're headed to double overtime. It's the Lightning up 1 with 34 seconds to go. Binney lays it in to put them up by 3. Horton would score to cut it to 1. 18 seconds left. London with the ball out of a timeout, but Binney can't find anyone open. A 5-second violation gives KW the ball, and Horton would make them pay. Drives and lays it in. Horton with buckets on back-to-back possessions to give the Titans the lead. So this time it's the Lightning with a chance to win it at the buzzer, but Marique Isom comes up short as the Titans hold on to win the double OT thriller. London loses 3 straight for the first time this season. Capers 1 point shy of the triple-double. Phillips with 28 and 12 in the loss. Lynn with a team-high 26 as Kitchener-Waterloo gets its first road win of the season.
Edge taking on the Titans on Saturday night. First quarter, Titans with the ball when Damon Lynn is going to hit the 3 splash. Still in the frame, Lynn to Moss, who finishes the nice play. Second quarter now, Edge respond. Here's Thomas for 3. Edge still hanging around. Here's Watson. He's triple teamed but finds Thomas for 2. Fourth quarter now, Titans up 3, but Junior Cadogan ties it up with a trifecta. 2 minutes left when the Titans hit the biggest 3 of the game. Here's Damon Lynn again, who hits from 3. He had a game-high 34 points in this one, helping the Titans upset the Edge, 114-108 the final. The Halifax Hurricanes travel to Kitchener-Waterloo to take on the Titans on Sunday night. Let's pick this one up in the second quarter. Hurricanes down 6 when Chris Johnson drives and flips it up and in. Later in the quarter, Antoine Mason is going to take it in himself, gets the hoop to go plus the harm. Third quarter now, and the Titans get things under control. First, it's Damon Lynn who hits the triple. Then in the fourth, nice dish inside for Moss as he gets it to go off glass. And then it's Horton who hits Tater with the bounce pass, who does the rest and one. The Titans win this game at home, 117-102, the final.
Lots of guys to watch on NBLC Live.
Okay, what are the highlights? What about our favorite players? What about our favorite team? This little interesting feature we call NBLC Cuts.
We'll see if Windsor can continue that Sam Muldrow cutting to the cup.
Back up with a fresh shot clock. A little bit of a crossover. Capers to Phillips. Attack.
Drive. Stripped away by Campbell. Taking it back. Campbell again. And the toss up and the throw down by Robbie Robinson. And that gets everybody on the bench of the Island Storm up and off their feet. Wow. Take a look at this. Jonathan Lloyd has been able to...
Number 5 lost it last night. 47 points they gave up in that third quarter. Brady schemes, cleaning it up.
Comes through, penetrates, good pass for Denzel Taylor.
Capers thought about taking 3, passes a opponent for 2, loses Scott, and goes with the two-hand cram.
Just got his pocket picked. Allman with the alley-oop. Big play there from Corey Allman. Bounce pass inside for Allison. Oh, that's a sweet dime. See if they go back to that formula for the match. Harrington Ward in for Ashlew. Ashlew got his defender up in the air. Olu Ashlew spins around and throws it down. Nowhere. Oh, nice drive to the hoop. Long lead pass for Nathaniel Wright, and he gets the jam.
Bit of a weird sequence there. Speaking of, there we go. Wow. Great look by Cliff Kingstills to Antoine Mason.
That shot. Yeah, again, those they're going to get him in transition because of it. Transition indeed. Wayne McCullough comes through, and Coach Stephen Marcus.
Coach Kendrick will have a decision to make.
Between the legs. Oh my goodness.
With Lloyd.
Nice play there.
Hard to take somebody off when you...
Nowhere near the rim.
Alex Johnson, a friendly
Catch and
roll.
shoot for Cadogan. Cadogan's going to come up short there. Watson was tied up, but Brandon comes in. Swatted away by Lewis.
During such uncertain times, we at Coast to Coast Sports want to spread some joy through the power of sport. For every cloud has a silver lining. It has often been said, nothing nourishes the world greater than food. It helps to provide both substance and comfort and so much more. In support of racial equality, part of our mission statement is to fundraise using our platform to create change. Cinnamon rolls consist of white flour and brown sugar and everything yummy mixed in between, like ebony and ivory blended in perfect harmony. Provide your support by simply logging on to momspantry.ca. Order number 316798. Our passcode is 43132. There you can select from numerous items, but the one that really hits home are our cinnamon rolls and spread. Yummy. All proceeds raised will go to support Black Lives Matter Canada. Do your part and be a community changer.
This is a big matchup in the Impact Division. You have Ryan Wood, red hot, taking on Kenny Omega, making his debut with AWE. And Lex Luger, the commissioner, is watching. He could pick these two guys to take on the Steiner brothers at Harsh Reality on pay-per-view. And the background on these two guys, Kenny Omega has never wrestled in AWE before. His first match ever with AWE, and he's taking on Ryan Wood, who's 1-1 in the Impact Division. Kenny Omega, hard right hand to the face of Ryan Wood. And I think that's against the rules, and certainly Kenny Rogers, the referee, needs to point that out.
And a blistering chop by Kenny Omega, showing aggression early on.
Well, and both guys have to show aggression. That's what the Impact Division's all about. Reckless abandonment and aggression.
Deep arm drag by Ryan Wood. Into a head scissors, Kenny Omega taking control. And another deep arm drag.
And those arm drags look amazing by Kenny Omega.
And we have a standoff here on the Fight Network.
Wow, that was some action-packed, back and forth Impact Division specialty. Ryan Wood really should have set the tone of this match. He's been around longer. He's got a lot more to prove than Kenny Omega in his debut match.
And they went for the handshake, but Ryan Wood kicked him right in the stomach.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do to win a match.
And Omega retaliates with an eye poke.
Both men are showing absolute disregard for the rules of pro wrestling. And I hope Lex Luger is taking notes.
They're showing they'll do whatever it takes to get a victory here in Action Wrestling Entertainment.
Wow. Ryan Wood right now has got to peel himself off the mat a little quicker than this, I would think.
And he kicked him right in the face.
And a nice nip up
go
there by
for a
Kenny
pin.
Omega.
You have to go for a pin after a move like that.
Well, I think Kenny Omega is just setting the tone of the match. He knows it's going to be a race, a marathon, not just a race, is what I meant to say.
And another hard chop by Kenny Omega. Into the buckle goes Ryan Wood's head.
I have to say, I expected a little bit more from Red Hot Ryan Wood in this match. He's been in AWE a little longer. He's got to set the tone a lot faster.
We talk about how Omega needs this victory, but so does Ryan Wood. He does not want to fall to under 500 here in Action Wrestling Entertainment.
And that's a very good point. When the Impact 6-pack being planned for early 2006 on pay-per-view, and you can't be going into that 3-4, 4-8. You gotta have that winning record, and I don't think Ryan Wood is on pace to a winning record in the Impact division, quite frankly.
Kenny Omega trying to wear down Ryan Wood. To the ropes they go. Kenny Rogers asking for a clean break. Hard forearms.
And what must Lex Luger be thinking about these two guys? Lex Luger's a man who follows the rules. That's why he was named commissioner of AWE. Why in the world is he going to endorse two cheaters for their match against the Steiner brothers? Who's going to get the match?
Ryan Wood off the ropes, going for an elbow. He misses.
Wow, and that's not where Ryan Wood wants to be right now. He had a brief advantage, and he had to stay on him, and it didn't last for very long.
It looks like Omega has scouted Ryan Wood. He's been on top of him this whole match.
Definitely.
Backdrop to the floor.
And that's how you hyperextend a knee, where you break a leg, or anything can happen when you go out to the floor. It's not padded at ringside, so you could really hurt yourself going over the top rope like that.
And this is the Impact division, and this is why Asai moonsault by Ryan Wood.
Oh my word, that was flawlessly beautiful. And that's the type of advantage Ryan Wood needs in this match.
That is why the Impact division is the most talked about wrestling division in all the world today.
That's exactly it. Moves like that to the floor. Reckless abandonment. No concept of danger. These guys are going to kill themselves.
Ryan Wood trying to bring Kenny Omega back into the ring the hard way. Oh, Omega's not going for it. We have a struggle.
And right now, Woody has got to do something to definitely take advantage of this situation. He does not want to go over the top rope.
There's no mats on the floor here in AWE. That's hard floor underneath.
And both men struggle to try to get the advantage.
Omega flips over. And a kick to the face.
Oh, that's exactly what Ryan Wood needs.
It is over. 1, 2, and he kicked out.
He hooked the leg. He did everything right there. It's just he needs to stay on Kenny Omega and take this match home.
Omega will not give up. He needs this victory to stay here in Action Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh, you make it sound like he's fired if he loses. I don't think that anyone's established that.
Off goes Omega. Moonsault. No, lands on his feet. Kick to the stomach. Ryan Wood. And a slice bread number 2.
That was amazing. Kenny Omega flipping around, taking advantage. Ryan Wood doesn't lose.
2, and no!
Ryan Wood never lost focus, and he takes advantage of the situation. Omega flipping, dizzy, all this stuff. Ryan Wood grabs him and takes control.
Kenny Omega is a very unorthodox style. It's very hard to battle that style, and Ryan Wood's doing a very good job.
Ryan Wood has got to do whatever it takes to finish this match, though. Go up to the top rope, hit him with something big, but come on.
And a springboard moonsault, and he misses! Kenny Omega telegraphed that one.
Well, it took Ryan Wood a long time to get... An enziguri kick to the back of the head.
Very unusual, but it worked.
Ryan Wood might be out cold.
Kenny Omega signals for Ryan Wood to stop, and he did.
Well,
big mistake by Ryan Wood.
I don't know why he fell for it, but he did, and now he's in a whole lot of trouble. Omega definitely in control of this man.
Into a bulldog.
Ryan Wood has got to do something, roll out of the ring, take advantage of it, take it to the floor, but get out of trouble right now.
I have not seen Omega go for one pin this match. How are you going to win the match unless you go for that pin?
Maybe a submission hold?
Up top, missile drop kick.
And there,
1, 2, and no!
Barely kicking out by Ryan Wood. And this match is just, it defies words how this match keeps going back and forth. Ryan Wood, though, needs to establish dominance in this match.
Kenny Omega, devastating drop kick, folding Omega in half. Ryan Wood in half, and it couldn't get the job done.
I would love to know what the total package Lex Luger is thinking watching this match right now.
And up goes, into a sunset flip. 1, 2, and no!
This is the type of match you should see on pay-per-view, but here AWE is giving it away on Overload.
And no, another near fall. Kenny Omega taking down Ryan Wood, going for a pinning combination of his own. And no!
And how does Kenny Rogers at 60-plus years old keep up?
1, 2, and another
And had he
near fall.
kept up, Kenny Omega would have won that match.
Unbelievable. How close are they both coming? Spins him right around. Oh, flips him right around.
Both men seem to be a little bit out of gas, but Ryan Wood is looking for the advantage.
Body scissors. He goes through. Omega holds on. What? He's got the tights. He's got the tights.
No.
And Omega scores the victory.
That was crafty. I kind of appreciate that, but he had a handful of tights.
But it scored the victory.
Oh, my word. Ryan Wood deserved better than that, I would
Ryan
say.
Wood can't be too impressed with losing like that.
Fit tip? We want to hear about it. Simply log on to coasttocoastsports.net. Under Contact Us tab to book. Health and wellness, making life better one day at a time. I think another harmful agent also is stress.
Yeah.
I'd have to believe that if the brain is stressed, maybe the number one organ, there's potential for a lot of other organs to fail.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we're now talking a little bit, not so much, well, I guess two ways. We would be looking at the preventative form of stress, which would be maybe take breaks in your day for yourself. But above and beyond that, if an organ is now stressed, you need to relieve that and find some remedy for that. And I think that's what you're talking about, is alleviating the stress of the organ, correct?
Right. In common terminology, you're looking at inflammation. But we get closer, we get earlier than that. Inflammation is kind of, a distant outcome. We're basically looking at when one organ is really not performing in conjunction with other organs. So it's a systemic issue. And that's important. So we don't wait until there is an inflammation problem. But inflammation is a good example of what stress might look like from a medical point of view. This happens way before. This is energetic or bioenergetics. So we detect the stress far earlier than that. And the history is very important. So there's quite a bit of documentation going on here. I'll need a good history because history tells me where the stress started. Like how long has this been going on? I do get clients who come in who just come in for an oil change.
Right.
Basically, they'll come in and they got this family history, maybe heart issues. You don't know you have a heart issue sometimes until you have the heart attack, right? Everything seems to be fine. So they come in and I do all the testing, and surprisingly, we do find issues that are starting to get worse.
Fit tip? We want to hear about it. Simply log on to coasttocoastsports.net. Under Contact Us tab to book. Health and wellness, making life better one day at a time. from Heights Archery. Jason, people that want to get involved into shooting, what would you say to them to get them active and get them out and trying something new?
Archery is truly a sport for anyone. Equipment can be sized up to any individual, from kids as young as 4 up to people well into their senior years. Just find a local club or a local range in your area, ask about archery lessons. Lots of them will have lots of equipment for you. It's not a very expensive sport to get started into, so just get out there and shoot.